Liverpool lose in a shambolic performance against the only other unbeaten team in the Premier League. We absolutely handed it to them on a silver platter. And I am, for one, disappointed because I'm not going to sugarcoat this. I am going to provide the silver lining here because I think there is still a silver lining. But that was shambolic. And I just have to talk about it because it was really, really poor. I'm not going to come in and say, oh, nothing to worry about. Everything's fine. I know I said that earlier in the week because we were playing poorly and still getting results. Finally, we were. I think Arne Slot today was finally exposed. Exposed for just a poor, very poor performance, a puzzling performance. So, Slot's Liverpool limped into, I think, their worst performance under him. Maybe the worst performance we saw in the past decade. So first and foremost, what exactly is the plan? I think every Liverpool fan is starting to wonder, is there a plan for this team? Because we come into games and it's like these players have never met each other before. They don't know what they're going to do. There's really, it just looks like we're just playing football, Sunday league. We haven't trained at all during the week. And then we come out and we just kind of wing it. It just seems like we're winging it at the moment. And the results are on the field. We do not look good at all. We do not look good. Even just like individual performances and decisions. Passes that are just nowhere near good enough. Passes that are just so errant. It's like our mentality is not there. I don't think we have the mentality. Yes, we are the mentality monsters. We score late, whatever. This team on paper should be so good. And I get it, it's early. We need to bet in players. But man, it just doesn't seem like there's a plan. The second thing is, I just don't see the tactics. I really, really don't. Last season, I think the tactics were clear. I think Arne Slot was actually, you could see there was a clear motive. There was a clear tactical shape he wanted to impose. And I just don't understand why this team, with so much intelligence, so much skill, why it just doesn't seem like there is a tactical plan. No shape, no structure. We're getting destroyed in the middle of the park. Teams have way too much space against us. I can't imagine that Arne Slot doesn't know what these teams are going to be doing against him because every team kind of tries to do the same thing. Just back in, put all your defenders back behind the ball, and then counterattack. I get it. A team like Liverpool has to go out. They have to impose themselves a little bit. They have to try to score, and they have to try to break that down. But what are you going to do in response to that? Clearly, we are not responding well to that. I have to say it. I don't think Slot is willing to do the right thing. Apart from one game against Everton, Mo Salah has looked like the worst. And, okay, maybe the first game of the season as well. Mo Salah has looked really, really poor. Okay? He scored in the first match of the season. I get it, but he still looked really poor. And I know Slot said that you have to keep Mo Salah on because you just never know what might happen. But when he plays that poorly and every attack that goes through him breaks down, I need to see some backbone from Arne Slot. It's just not good enough. When you have a player like Federico Chiesa, who is in the form of his Liverpool career right now, he has scored twice in the big matches when we needed him to score. In the first match and then today, he even did this last season. He was the only one to score in the final against Newcastle, and yet Arne Slot still seems to prefer other players who are not producing over Federico Chiesa. I don't understand. And I don't think Slot right now is willing to do the right thing in playing his best players. And I don't think Mo Salah is one of his best players at the moment. Okay, it should have been 4-0 at half. I could not believe how terrible that first half was for Liverpool. We should have been down 4-0 at halftime against Crystal Palace. Do you understand that? Do you understand how bad that is? I don't know what that tagline is supposed to mean. I forgot to change it. Whatever. We should have been down 4-0 at half. That was unbelievably poor. If it were not for Alisson Becker, we would have been. And that game would have been over in a hurry. Okay? So I get it. Crystal Palace are a good team. They're playing good football. They are now the only unbeaten team in the Premier League. But for a team of this caliber, the Premier League holders, the title holders, the trophy holders, to play that poorly, and it's week 6, guys. This is not week 1. It's not week 2. This was not after an international break. These players were rested, and we should have been down 4-0 at half. It's not good enough. I don't understand what Konate is doing. He's looking a lot like Trent Alexander-Arnold was last season. Is his head in Madrid, or is he just having a rough start to the season? I'm not ready to put final judgment on this because I don't know what he's thinking. I don't know what he's going through. But he doesn't look good. And the big blow this week was that injury to Leone. That hurts. That stings even more now because I think Konate would have been dropped for Leone after this match if he was available. Now, let's see if Slot trusts Gomez enough to put him in there. But it's not good enough, and it's really, really poor. And it's not just Konate. It's the entire team effort. Okay, deep breath. Let's look at the silver lining. All right, number 1, we're still top of the table. Liverpool are still there, and they will remain there for now. We were 5 points clear at the start of the weekend. Probably only going to be 2 or 3 points clear, but we're still there. Go look at it. Just fixate your eyes on the Premier League table because we are still number 1, even after, I think now, 6 kind of poor performances, okay? We ran out of magic today. We just didn't get it done, but we're still top of the table. And that's a good thing. That's a silver lining, okay? And we still have the GOAT, Alisson Becker, playing out of the back. He is still the best. Today proved it again. He was the only reason we were within reach of snatching a point away from that game because he was absolutely brilliant. And I think the team let him down today because that first half performance should have been 4-0. But Alisson's still the best. Chiesa proving he's back to his best. Every time we see this guy this season, he is bringing the magic. Today, again, he scored late. Was, I thought, going to earn Liverpool a point, even though we didn't deserve it. But if Chiesa can get back to his best, Liverpool have an absolute beast on their hands. That was an absolute bargain if he continues to play like this. And I think there's a case to be made that Chiesa has to get into the starting lineup now. If Slot is unwilling to do that for whatever reason, maybe he still thinks Chiesa's unfit, or maybe he still thinks he's too slow. It doesn't matter. Chiesa is actually producing. And that's more than I can say for a lot of other players on this team right now. You need to win games. You need to play Federico Chiesa. Give him more time. Now, a loss. If we had drawn 1-1 and Arne Slot sitting in the post-game press conference saying, what a game of football that was. Oh, one of the best I've ever been a part of. Palace were just unbelievable today. No. He needs to recognize and own the fact that we lost this game and it should have been way, way worse. And I think a loss will force Slot's hand to go back to the dressing room and say, guys, that was not good enough. We need to be better, and I'm going to be making some changes, okay? I know Arne Slot hates to lose. When he lost to Forest last season, it's all he could talk about for months and months and months. It needs to be better. And I hope this loss proves to Arne Slot he needs to be better too. With this amount of talent, it just needs to be better. Okay? It's still early. We're strong. We have one of the best squads in the Premier League, one of the best squads in Europe. And I think we're still in control. Okay? If we can come through this, if this is now the catalyst for Liverpool waking up and realizing that we're not just going to win every game because we're Liverpool. This needs to be better. And hopefully this loss will prove to the manager, will prove to the players that, guys, we got to get it in here. Mentality. We need to start winning games in the first half. We need to start putting games away. We can't be coming out and just playing so incredibly flat and expecting the results to follow that. It just doesn't work that way. And today proved that. Crystal Palace, huge, huge win for them, and full credit to them. They are now the sole unbeaten squad in the Premier League, and they deserve it. We deserved a much worse result today than a 2-1 loss. Crazy to say that with this Liverpool team. But, guys, the silver lining is there. Liverpool still hold the first place in the Premier League. They are still top of the table. And we go again. We are Liverpool. We're going to get through this. Take a deep breath. It's going to be okay.